Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace. If you're new here, I am a new eBay reseller. New-ish. I'll say new-ish. I started my business some months ago, and I still very much feel like a newbie, and I'm learning so much all along the way. That's what my whole channel is dedicated to. If you're not new here, welcome back. I know you saw a little bit of a delay in some uploads of videos, and I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. You guys, I lost my voice. It was crazy. I got sick and my voice just went kaput. I was dying. I was wanting to make YouTube videos and I chat with you all and I just couldn't. I'm so grateful though that I'm on the up, and I hopefully my voice completely comes back to normal. Who knows? Maybe this is the new Candace voice. We will see. In this episode this morning, I'm at Goodwill Outlet this morning, and I'm meeting my good friend Jamie. So this is our second time thrifting together. She had reached out to me some time ago. She was very interested in getting into the reselling business, and I love this channel so much, and I am shouting it from the rooftop with friends and family about how much I'm enjoying this reselling business because I think she's got the same situation as I have had in our past. Is like I've had my fair share of MLMs. If you don't know what an MLM is, it's like a multi-level marketing type selling side business. And think of like Mary Kay, or people sell books or Tupperware or I've done jewelry. I've done all kinds of MLMs. And there's no knock on MLMs. Some of my favorite products have come from some of those companies, but that was the problem. I noticed a couple things when I was selling with different MLMs is that I either was selling, I felt like I only sold to my friends and family, and they really wanted me to use social media as a presence, and I had no success or traction with that. And I didn't feel like my base of who I was selling to was really that broad. And then two, all I would do was spend my money on buying more of their product because I got it at such a good discount and I loved it. So this is not a recipe for success to pay, the electricity bill. So anyways, that is where I kind of got into, the reselling business on eBay. And so I am trying to teach others around me about the longevity and success that I feel can come from this business and that I have experienced so far. So she's meeting me here, and she'll be here. I don't think she'll be here for another 30 minutes. She lives a little bit farther and there's some pretty bad traffic. It's raining right now pretty heavily. So just wanted her to get here safely. But anyways, we actually already met up one time, and I'll show you some footage here. We went to Goodwill, just a regular Goodwill storefront, and I felt like that was a good place for us to go for her very first shopping trip because it's not as chaotic as the Goodwill outlets are. And so here at this very first shopping trip, I walked her through kind of my process on how it is that I look at product differently as a flipper versus me just shopping for my family, which is, I think you can all attest to, is a totally different way that you shop and the way that you look at things. And so we kind of practiced throughout the store at a couple of things. I taught her how to check sell-through rate, and I also taught her how to use Google Lens. And so through those two techniques, Google Lens really helped us identify what an item was and how to find it on the World Wide Web. And then I also then taught her how to, take those items and put them into eBay and search for them and search for what sold in that category or how often they sell. And I kind of taught her a little bit of math between sell-through rate. So yeah, it might be a really great item, might be a great price, but you might hold on to it for a really long time because it doesn't sell that great, etc. Now I told her, I said, if you really want to get, and so when we shopped, we were pretty good. We didn't go gung-ho and buy a ton of stuff. We stayed pretty disciplined, and we just bought a handful of items, as you can see here. And on our way out, we talked about us doing the Goodwill outlet store because I told her, I said, it's a drive, it's a haul, and it is. Us getting here, we got to get up early, we got to sit in some traffic, but this is where I really feel like for our situation has been the best deal possible. She's in the same boat as I am. She is a stay-home mom, and she doesn't have, many days to go out and shop. And I told her, I said, you know, I come out and I only shop once a week, typically maybe even once every other week, and I can get a really big haul, and then I spend my days, you know, listing that out. I don't go shopping every day and things like that. And really, to maximize my time and my money, I've been able to come to Goodwill Outlet to do that. And so here we are, day 2 of, or chance 2 of us looking to shop for the flip. They just opened. What is it? It's 8:10 now. So they opened 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to hurry up and get in there. She won't be here for 20 minutes, but I'm going to go in and get kind of acclimated. And I want to get in there for the shoe pull so I can try and hopefully find some good shoes to flip. And we're going to shop together. I'll show you some footage inside and some of the stuff that we end up getting from our shopping trip today. And our hopes are high to find some really good stuff. I usually do. I usually find at least something that will pay for my shopping trip. So I'm going to hurry up and get in there. Let's go ahead and get in. It seems like the rain kind of settled down, so I'm going to run in before it comes pouring again. All right, let's go. It was a good thing that I got in when I did, which was around 8:15, because the second I walked into the door, they did the shoe bin pull. I managed to get a few pairs, which was exciting. And it's a kind of a crazy one, so you kind of have to get in there and get a little scrappy. And then my good friend Jamie arrived. She is standing right behind me in this footage to my left. And this is her very first bin pull. I told her how we had to wait. And we had to wait till all of them were parked until you could touch the items. And we got right to work. Made our way over to the linens area. And this is a place I'm actually trying to put on my list to always frequent, because I actually ended up finding a couple blankets in here, which was great. We did kind of divide and conquer throughout the entire store, just kind of keeping the same rhythm in place, finding items. You always want to like throw stuff in your cart and find a place to kind of peel off. This is us right here. And then take the time to look up sell-through rate and worth of any of the items that you've pulled. Here we're going through the hard good bins, and that was kind of probably the more popular place. You can see there's a ton of people here. Okay, so we have been shopping our hearts out. Jamie, check out the cart here. Jamie she's filming right now. These are the finds that she has. This is what she's feeling good about leaving today with, which we have done our research. Some are going to be absolute home runs, like these right here. Super cool. Come in a little bit closer. You can see this tag here. We dated it with ChatGPT, and it's like probably about mid-90s, 1980s, but look at those joggers. They're in excellent condition. Very popular right now. And she's gonna go home and sell these for big money. Okay, now follow me this way. We're gonna look at my cart. I'll showcase everything to you at home as I usually do, but I wanted to show you this bag. This is an eBags bag, and at first I didn't recognize the brand, but then when I looked it up, it had a really high sell-through rate, like almost 100%. That's crazy. So, and if you look inside here, I got pockets. It's got these cool like handles and handle on the side here, and it looks like on the inside here, you could probably put like a laptop because there's like padding here. On the inside here, it's nice and padded. So this is probably one of my favorite finds. And then this one right here was another really good find. This is a Packers woven blanket, but the cool thing is it's vintage. You'll see this tag here. We looked it up, and dates it. I think it was mid-90s when I looked it up. I'll double check and I'll tell you when I get back home. But anyways, show you this side. I'm gonna take a little shaver to it and try and get off all these little friffly things on there. I know you guys have all recommended that I need to invest in one, and now this is my calling to do so. So I'll get a little shaver and I'll fix that up and resell that. I'm not sure how much for, but I'll look it up and I'll let you know when I get home. Okay, and we just kind of continued getting to work, pulling stuff, looking stuff up and whatnot. I do want to show you the footage here into the back. Look at all of the crates of goods back there. I've never looked into the back before. And I had a opportunity to do so as this worker was pulling the bin. And I was like, oh my goodness, these are like the doors to Narnia of goods. Look at how high the stuff is stacked. Okay, we have been shopping here and we've been looking stuff up. We've been working on sell-through rate, right?
Yes.
Yes. And everything that we look up, we're making sure that it is how much the sell-through rate formula that we're using is, one, we look up the item and we look how many are listed, and then we look through and we see how many are sold. And we take that number and we divide it by how many are listed. So for example, I think we were looking up a jacket a second ago, one of yours, or boots or something like that, and it was like there was like 200 that were listed, and I think like 50 of them had been sold. And so I don't even know, what's the quick math on that? 50 divided by 25%. Yeah. 25%. So that's a good sell-through rate in my experience. I'm sure some of you have different thresholds on what it is that you do for your sell-through rates. I try and sit closer to probably like 10%. I'm like, okay, 10%, that I have a pretty good chance. But we have found a few items that we found very little to no sell-through rate, as you can see behind us. We put some of those stuff back. So I think we had good discipline today, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Yes, I'm very proud of us. And we're like dead. Like we need coffee, stat. And we're gonna go check out right now. Yes, let's go see how much we are gonna pay for our hauls. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
45 and 74 cents.
So 24 pounds, 24.4 pounds, and what's my total?
45.
$45.74. Woohoo! All right. Okay, and then Jamie checked out right behind me and did better. She only spent around $35, and both of us are just over the moon at having the ability to hang out kid-free, I'm not gonna lie, and shop for the flip. Okay, I'm in my car. I got all my stuff into my truck before the rain started. Praise the Lord. She got her stuff into her car and we're packed up, ready to go. It's like almost 1 o'clock, and so we've been here a good while. This is kind of how our routine is though. We're both stay-at-home moms, and so we have to be with kids full time and have a very limited window to shop. And this is being proven to be a place that we can get a lot of shopping done in, one shopping trip. And it's so funny. She was chatting with me. She's like, yeah, when you say, we're going to shop from, 8:30, 9 o'clock until like 12:31-ish, that seems like a long time, but man, did the time fly. And she's right. Every time I'm here, the time flies. But we had a really good time and we found some great deals. We're both going to go home and we're going to list all our stuff and make as much money as possible off of this. I'm going to go back and get organized with my stuff, and I'm going to showcase everything to you so you can see exactly what I found. All right, let's go. Okay, I am back and I am refreshed, and I've taken some time to go through some stuff. I have even already listed an item and sold it. I'll share with you exactly which item it is in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to share with you this really cool app, and I have not used it yet, but when Jamie and I were inside Goodwill outlet, and I go regularly, so I'm like kind of starting to get to know the regulars, and I try and be as friendly as I can. Sometimes I think some people see me as competition, so they avoid me because we go after like the same stuff. And then some people are really kind and sweet and want to chat and let you in on their secrets. And I'm so grateful because there was a woman who I have become, friendly with over the past couple months, and we see each other, there. She shared with me a really cool hack that I'm going to share with you. So there's this app. It is called Scoutly. And, it's like I had seen a handful of these guys who go to Goodwill Outlet scan books, and they were like, they go and they get a bunch of books when like the book pull would come out, and they go sit in the corner and they scan them. And I never really understood what they were doing. I figured they were trying to scan them to see if they were profitable, but I just didn't know what kind of application they were using. Well, she let me in on the secret. It's called Scoutly. And let me show you here exactly what it looks like when you're on the App Store. And I do not know the ins and outs of this. I'm brand new to it. I just downloaded it 2 days ago. I hadn't had an opportunity to use it when I was there, but she showed me. So let me show you the footage here. Basically, what you do is you scan the back of the book, the barcode, and you have your earbud in at the same time. And if you don't have your earbud in, it'll just be loud on your phone. But in Goodwill Outlet, it's pretty loud. So you'll want to use it in your earbud if you have one. And basically when you scan the book, it will give you a cha-ching sound or a bonk. I think I'm doing that accurately, sound. And basically it does the work for you. It will give you an audio delivery of whether that book is going to be profitable for resale or not. And it tells you the profitability potential, or the sale price, I should say, of it when you do resell, which is awesome. And I don't know, whether that's resale on eBay or if it's resale, in a bookstore front, because I know resale pricing is different depending on where you resell it. But either way, what people do, and I noticed this, is they will go to Goodwill Outlet and they'll get all these books and they use this app to figure out if something's profitable or not. And keep in mind, books are far less expensive to buy at Goodwill Outlet than all other items. They're only 59 cents a pound. So they go and they buy all these books, and then what a lot of these people do is they will go take it to a bookstore that sells used books, and they will trade it in for store credit, and then at either the store or at least this is what she was telling me, is that a lot of these people, they'll take the books and they get credit at a store that sells used books, amongst other things, and then they'll use that credit to buy other things in the store, either for just themselves because they want new video games or stuff to potentially resell, which is an amazing gig. I feel like whenever I go to Goodwill Outlet, that this is kind of an area of the store that isn't as popular, I would say, as some of the other places, and not everyone's going to look for books. But if you, and for me, I don't think that I might try it, but this would entail me having to buy them at Goodwill Outlet and then take it to another store to then offload it and take it around town a little bit. And I don't have that kind of time or capability to really go out. But if you're a person who can do that, that is an excellent way to try and flip something for a profit. So again, this is not I just want to be clear, this is not a paid partnership or an advertisement for this app, Scoutly. And in the comment section below, if there are other apps that do this same function, let us know. I don't know if this is like the top tier app to use for it, but I learned that at this shopping trip, and this is the learning channel. I'm learning and you're learning with me. And so I wanted to share that with you all. Okay, on to the haul. I got a good chunk of stuff. I didn't go crazy on clothes. I got a lot of accessory items today, and full transparency, I was focused on work, but I was also focused on my friend and our friendship and trying to help her start her business. And so some of these, if I were to double check on them, maybe I would have not taken absolutely everything. I think that some of the items I got will probably be resale for not a super high price, but you know what? You get it for so dirt cheap. It's like a profit's a profit at the end of the day. So if I'm paying 25 cents or 50 cents for an item and selling it for only like $9 or $10, that's still making money on it. So all in all, I still think I did a really good job. Let me go ahead and show you, and you can be the judge. All right, item number 1. Okay, I picked up these Monopoly pieces, and I saw the game. It was a Monopoly Empire Edition, and the game was in poor condition, but all of these pieces were in excellent condition, and people are always going on eBay to find replacement pieces for their board games. I actually just sold some the other day. I hope to get 10 to 15 on those. These also are Monopoly pieces. They're Monopoly mover pieces from the Disney edition, and the ones I had sold the other day were actually from a Disney edition, but these were a more modern one. And I sold the other ones for $8. And these were thick and heavy, so I think I probably paid around $1.50 for them. But I hope to try and flip them for a profit. Let's say I get $10 for them. Next, I have this absolutely gorgeous picture frame. This is so my style. I might keep it. It has a picture of, I believe that's James Dean, but unfortunately, the glass here, it is got this little fracture at the edge, but look at the wood detail trim with those flowers. So, so pretty. And I know it's kind of beat up, but I still think it has that cute vintage charm to it. I looked up some comps online and could not find an exact comp. The prices here kind of ranged, but I'm hoping to at least get $25 on it. I don't know if that's pushing it or if I'm underpriced, so I will continue to do research on that. Next up, I have all of these shoes that I got at that shoe pull in the beginning of the day. First up, I have these brown clogs here by the company Relativity, and I've seen a couple of comps online go for anywhere from like $15, $18, upwards of $20, $25. They're brown leather, so I'm hoping that I can get more for them. Next up, I found these Birkenstocks, and they have this like navy blue suede texture for the straps in really good condition. I'm hoping to get 30 on those. And last here, I have these really cute boots that are from Lucky Brand, and they had a little bit of scuffing on them, but I don't think that will affect the resale, hopefully. I hope to get close to 20 on those. Okay, next up, I kind of went crazy on the hats. Okay, let me tell you around about here everything I got. This rope string hat at the top left, even though I don't recognize the brand, rope string hats are very much in, and sure enough, so are corduroy hats, I'm noticing. So I definitely picked up that one. Next I have here is this Walt Disney World hat, and I simply picked it up because it's Disney and Disney sells. This is kind of like more of a military style cap, and it was plain, and hopefully that will move for me. Baseball is always a popular thing to pick up. This is a Vanderbilt University hat, and then this is a vintage Cubs baseball hat. So all in, they weigh about 2 pounds in total, which means I spent only $4 on all 7 hats. So even though I'll probably only resell these for around $10 to $15 a piece, only $4 spent all in. That's a great little turnaround there. This bag here was the score of the day. It is a Dooney and Burke bag, and it's a legit bag. Why I feel confident that it's legit? I used ChatGPT to help give me guidelines on how to make sure this was authentic. And let me show you here the tag it told me to look for on the inside, which helped, authenticate it. I'm not a professional authenticator, but it did tell me to look for a handful of other things that gave me confidence to feel like this is an authentic bag. After looking up comps online, I'm hoping that I can flip this for around $50. Okay, that is all of the accessories / miscellaneous type items. All of them except for one. And I told you I was going to tell you about it because I've already sold it. It is this eBags backpack, and I featured it earlier in the video. When I was coming home later that day, I had shopped for it. I realized that it didn't just have like almost a 100% sell-through rate, it had well over a 100% sell-through rate. To give you quick kind of numbers on that, I believe there was like 97 that were listed, but like 150 had sold. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I need to hurry up and photograph this and get it up because, I want to make that money back as quickly as possible. And sure enough, I did. And it didn't just pay for my shopping trip. It paid for my shopping trip and then some. God is good. So anyways, this shopping trip has already been paid for. And it's only been like a day and a half, 2 days. And I'm incredibly happy, which brings me to my next point. If you have a shopping trip that you go to and there's like, 3 or 4 items out of your haul that you're like really excited about that you think will either sell quickly or sell for a really high price, don't wait. This is my policy and I'm shouting it from the rooftops. List your best stuff first. Leave your mediocre listings for a time and place where you just have to kind of keep the wheels moving. At least this is what I'm living by right now. Because I want to make money as fast as possible. And so got to get the good stuff up. Anyways, let's go ahead and let me show you the rest of what I got. The last little chunk here is clothing items. And I have a kind of a mixed bag of clothing items. A couple of these items really was more material based, and a couple of them had a higher sell-through rate. I will showcase each one of those to you now. Let's go ahead and check it out. On to the next. This one, I definitely felt it out first for its material. It is a suede jacket, and the brand on it is not a brand that I was actually familiar with. This is a women's jacket. You kind of see on the inside there the quality. It is called Uniform by John Paul Richard. It is a size small, so I know that's not as common, but all in all, they seem to resell online, so I'm hoping to get around $40 for it. Super, super cute, and it's definitely the time of year to have something like this in my store. Next, I have this trench coat. It is vintage, and it's from a brand called J Gallery, and they do resell online. The average price seems to be sold around $35. I'll probably list it a little bit higher with room to negotiate, and I hope to get at least 35 from it. The sizing on it says 7/8. You'll see here on the tag. I'll show you in a moment. And it's vintage, so I'll just be sure that that is a correlated size to whatever modern sizing is. I'll make sure to do accurate measurements on it. Next up, I found these black lader. I think I'm saying that correctly. Black lader work pants. And the sell-through rate on them is really high, and that's what really piqued my interest. You'll see here that there's some staining. I think that's bleach, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out. But all in all, they're a very popular work pant. So even though they have some damage, I will still list them. I'll just list them at a discount, and hopefully that'll move them quicker. I have sold damaged things in the past, so I'm trying to get 20 on those. Next up here, I have this pullover sweater. It is by Tommy Hilfiger, and it has this embroidery on the front that says Yacht Club, New York. So it's a one-of-a-kind piece according to the listings I'm seeing online that are all listed and sold. So the pricing on some of these sweaters is kind of all over the place. So one of those things I'm not really quite sure what to price it at, but it is in excellent condition, and it is that time of year. So I'm hoping to try and get 40 on it. Next, I have here this silk top. I have not bought anything silk yet, and this may not be the time of year to sell something like this. So I might hold on to it and try and list it in the spring. I'm not sure. But either way, I was trying to focus in on, material-based shopping. It's 100% silk. This one did make it to Goodwill store shelf, but it's got a really fun and unique print. And based off comps, I'm hoping at the right time, right buyer, to get around 30 for it. Okay, next here is not clothing, but it is a blanket. I told you earlier I got a couple blankets, and this is one of them. It's a Tennessee State Trooper knit blanket, and it was in great condition. And these blankets, I know, in general, usually go for a pretty good price. Now, I could not find a comp online. All I could find were people who bought like patches or collector cars, as you saw there. And so the pricing for this one's kind of a mystery, but I'll try and get around 35 for it. And last but not least, I have this Packers blanket, and it is vintage. And honestly, when I looked them up in Goodwill Outlet, I thought I saw them going for more. But as I went back and I did a little bit more research, I realized they only go for around $10, even though they're made in USA and vintage. So that's okay. I didn't pay a lot for it. I want to say it's probably weighs around a pound or two, and so I paid, a few bucks for it. I'll take a little shaver to it because there is like all of this all over it. Or maybe I'll sell it as is, if it's worth the $10 of doing that or not. We will see. But either way, it's that time of year to sell something like this. So I'm going to try and hurry up and figure out what to do with it and get it listed. And I'm going to shoot for this size. Let's say I try and get $20 and I get 20 on it. I'll probably get closer to 10 or 15. But either way, I'm still happy that I picked it up and brought it home because it's football season right now. And there you have it. That is my entire haul. It was a successful day, a great shopping trip with a good friend of mine. and helping her kind of get the wheels started and moving and teaching her the little bit that I do know. I think, all in all, you think to yourself, you're like, Candace, isn't it like the blind leading the blind? You're brand new yourself. But you know what? I'm going to plead my case here. I am still so new that I actually can remember how tough and confusing some things were, and the really easy pitfalls that I had kind of getting into it, and like the hand holding that is needed with some of these processes. So am I an expert? No, but I was good enough to at least give her a basic foundation on how to get started and the tools to do so. And I hope that this channel is helpful for all of you trying your best to flip stuff for a profit and be successful in your reselling business. All in today. I spent very little compared to other shopping trips, and I plan to make a really big profit off of it. As always, I will update you first on all of my what sold videos and my true profit take home videos. So be on the lookout. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so to be alerted for more videos in the future. And you all have a wonderful day, and I'll chat with you next time.